Welcome to the Chain Out Podcast with your hosts, Jeremy and Daryl.
Hey everyone, welcome to Season 3, Episode 131. It's your two favorite Chain Out Podcast co-hosts, Jeremy and Daryl. How you doing, Daryl?
I'm doing fantastic. The weather's getting warmer. I'm out playing disc golf. Life could not be better, Jeremy. How are you?
I'm good. And I would think you said out playing disc golf. Well, we did something playing disc golf.
Did we?
We did.
What did we do?
We had our first Chain Out Battle of the Year, which took place over the weekend. You and I went out to Sea Change Disc Park, Bailey's Crossing.
Bailey's Crossing?
Yeah, kind of private course out here, a really great course. And we went out there early Sunday morning. And a few weeks ago, we took on the Whites, which we thought we always played, but apparently didn't.
Yeah.
We were out there.
Who did we go out and play Whites with?
With Olympic figure skater Trent Michaud.
Oh, yeah, it's just that Olympic athlete.
Discraft sponsored. Yeah, and he schooled us on the Whites. So we decided maybe it was time to play another round of the Reds.
Yeah. Yeah, we played the Reds, and if people haven't seen, we did post a little bit on Instagram, but we didn't do it this time, but we've done the chain out battles before. Mm-hmm. We go out there, we head out to a course, we put our tags on the line, our Edgar tags. Yep. But that's not all. We also put on some fun emojis.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we have an emoji battle we put on there as well. We have a bag of emojis. The winner gets to pick whichever emoji the loser and the winner is going to have. Mm-hmm. And what happened this week when we went out there?
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
We were battling back and forth. The Reds punished us pretty much like the Whites do. Maybe not as bad, but still punished us.
Yeah.
And we got to we were last three holes, and we were tied up until that point.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, up until that point.
And then hole 16 showed up. And OB showed up.
Yes.
And that's something that happens, but not for you. It didn't happen for you. It happened for me.
It happened for you. I took the lead. And then as I was saying to you, when we got to 17, whenever I'm playing with you or whenever I'm always playing to the best of my ability. I'm not playing to win the event. So like I said, if I went OB, I wouldn't have. If I went to the drop zone, I'm still going to try and run the putt. I'm not going to lay up to try and take a shot away from you or anything like that.
And what did I tell you? I told you that if I was in the other position, I'd be playing safe. I would have been not giving up that lead.
It didn't matter. We got to 18. I ended up winning. You went hazard. I think I went hazard as well. We ended up tying on 18. But I
had the epic. That was the cap, right? Because I had the epic circle two putt.
I'll give you something.
Yeah, you're searching for an extra disc we threw in the woods, and all you hear is chains, and turn around and go, wait. You're over there.
That was like 66.
And that was chains. How did that happen?
Yeah. No, you had an epic throw-in to only lose by one.
That's right.
Yeah. I ended up taking the win, which means here is the big bag of emojis.
Yes.
So I get to look through them. I get, look at that. There's a nice little poop emoji there for people that can't see.
Yeah, that could be my play sometimes.
A nice little panda emoji.
Mm-hmm.
Should I give you one of those or?
What are you going to give me? What do I get?
I'm not exactly sure what this one is, but it looks kind of funny. I think this is the emoji. Is he picking his nose?
It does look like he's picking his nose.
Or he's blowing his nose. He's got a big snot bubble or something. I'm not too sure, but you know what? Have a snot bubble emoji.
All right, so you're going to see I'll have this on my bag until we have another chain out battle. And if you happen to see us out there and we're playing around and you join us, we've been known to give these out to other people as well.
Absolutely.
And then you can put them out in the wild.
And I'm going to take the little purple devil.
Yeah, you are a little purple devil.
Because I am a little devil. There you go.
Awesome.
Well, last week we chatted with MPO and FP winners of the first two Canadian A-tiers, Spring Runoff and Foxwood Open. The next A-tier of the year is happening this weekend, the Dieppe Open. Obviously out in Dieppe, New Brunswick.
I'm glad it's there and not just some random other place.
Exactly. Tournament directors extraordinaire, Luc Ricard and Robichaud, they'll be joining us to tell us all about it. They'll be here in about 15 minutes.
Your French is getting so good. You got your extraordinaires, your Richards, your Robichauds.
I know.
I'd almost think you were a true Canadian at this point.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I've been having lessons from Andrea.
There you go. Yeah.
After she marked me a 5.
Well, tonight's episode is brought to you with the support of PDGA Canada. We appreciate the work that they're doing and the way they give back to the disc golf community. So if you're not a PDGA member, consider signing up because it helps things like this podcast that you're listening to tonight.
Absolutely. Okay, let's look at some other things that happened this past weekend, Jeremy. Tournament time. This past weekend was quite the opportunity. If you wanted to play disc golf in Canada, you had no problem getting into an event. There were 65 events from Friday to Sunday.
65 events.
65 events across Canada in BC, Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, Quebec, Ontario, Newfoundland, Nova Scotia, PEI, and Yukon.
Wow.
Almost did it. 10 out of the 11, Jeremy.
Yeah. Now we say 11. There's really 13, but Yukon does stuff, but Northwest Territories doesn't have a lot of disc golf going on.
Right.
Nunavut as
What we've
well.
said.
Or if they do,
Yeah.
they're not putting it on PDGA. They're just doing it locally.
Yeah. There was one B tier, 13 C tiers. We had women's global events. We had Canadian women's events. We had couples doubles.
Oh.
Masters only. There's a Glitch World Qualifier out there as well. And even a National Amateur Disc Golf Tour event.
Easy for you to say.
Exactly. This week, though, we want to chat about the 40 events that were playing in my shoes. They were events across Canada, and we had another 2 down in Washington as well.
Wow.
Dion Eden started the Playing in My Shoes about 4 years ago. Yeah, he experienced an accident a few years ago that caused him to have to relearn how to play the sport he loves, so he started the PIMS event. He has since made it his goal to advocate for all accessible disc golf courses and to promote how inclusive and accessible the sport of disc golf really is.
Yeah. And these PIMS events, as they're called, give players a chance to experience disc golf from 5 different types of abilities. So you get a chance to throw from a chair rather than standing. You get to throw with earplugs on, so that kind of restricts your hearing. Throw with your non-dominant hand. Throw with a taped hand. That's one that Carver Whitford helped design. So get experience of how he plays disc golf. Also, too, you can be blindfolded, and then they put a sound device at the basket. So multiple different ways to see how, even though you are maybe not as able-bodied as some people, you can still play disc golf.
Absolutely.
Also, too, PIMS inspires people to get out and try disc golf and possibly stretch outside their comfort levels. And Dion says the positivity and smiles that people have after participating in these events has been super encouraging. It's bringing new people to disc golf and giving them a chance to try it.
Yeah. Well, at Dion's home course, that's Pine Park in Queremos, a city of about 1,600
You're just
people.
nailing everything.
Challenge me tonight, Jeremy. About a city of about 1,600 people. They had 36 people come out to that event.
That's a great turnout.
Yeah. They already have 3 more down in the States. They already have 3 more states down in the States joining next year.
Wow.
And they're even talking about getting a couple additional countries.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, it really tells you how...
It's amazing how things can just grow.
That's right. And they do it all on the same weekend, all on the same time frame.
Yeah.
So just the coordination that it takes. And I think our guests tonight know a little bit about coordinating too when we get to them.
So.
But thanks to Dion for making this happen, and for all the different disc golf communities who put their hat in the ring and were part of the event. And if you want to hear more about Dion or about Playing in My Shoes, you can go back to the interview we did with him. It was episode 113, and he told us all about it. Great guy. Also the president of the BC Disc Golf Association.
Absolutely.
So he's given lots to the community.
Yeah. If you have an event or tournament you want to hear us review, send us a message on our socials or send us an email, chainoutpodcast@gmail.com.
That's it.
Before you get on to your next segment there, Jeremy, I just want to give a shout out to the chat because we mentioned it there about all the events taking place in Canada. Kevin's in the chat, of course. He says, big shout out to Philippe Gellet-Gosselin for running an NADGT event in Quebec with 80 players.
Do you think he wanted to congratulate, or do you just think he wanted to give you another French name to say?
I did pretty well, though, didn't I?
You did good. You did good. Yeah, I think you did really well.
There you go.
Let's hit pro news. So last week, the Disc Golf Pro Tour held the OTB Open presented by MVP Disc Sports down in Stockton, California, otherwise known as the start of the West Coast Swing.
And before they took place, everybody said, bon chance.
I don't know if they did that in California. Maybe. They were like, come on, dudes, have a good time.
Just
I
go out
don't
there,
know.
be radical, dude.
It was another DGPT Plus 4-round event with a cut after the 3rd round. Now, Daryl, you said you watched it. Hopefully everyone else has. And if they haven't, they need to go back and check it out. Because on the MPO side, it was an exciting finish.
Yeah, nail biter.
Calvin Heimberg had the lead going into the final round, but Gannonberg did Gannonberg things and decided to shoot a 1073 rated -10, which had him tie things up on hole 16. Calvin and Gannon went into a playoff, And Calvin then took the win in the first playoff hole, which was hole 18, got a birdie. So you said you watched it, pretty exciting?
Put it inside bullseye, just outside bullseye.
Yeah.
Gannon was outside C1.
And just couldn't do it.
Just couldn't drain the putt.
Well, Holland Handley won on the FPO side after taking the lead in round 2, and she really just never gave it up. So I'm sure it was nervous and all those things, but she took the lead and held it for the next 3 rounds and won. Now, our Canadian FPOs, that's where we really got to put some focus because they put on a show in California. Sophia Donica was tied for 3rd after round 1, which put her on lead card coverage for round 2. She slid down the standings after that, but ended up finishing tied 12th and in some pretty good company with Paige Pierce, Katrina Allen, and Jen Allen. It was good for 839 of those U.S. Buckaroos. And then Rebecca Dawn, she was tied 5th after round 1 and moved up to tied 3rd after round 2. So then she got her turn on lead card coverage for round 3. She dropped back down and finished the tournament in 5th place. That is right. Rebecca Dawn, top 5 FPO on the DGPT. And she earned herself $1,650, Daryl. That is $25,000 Canadian or something.
Somewhere around that.
Yeah. And then this weekend is another Jomez Pro Series event, which is somehow related to the Disc Golf Pro Tour, but is not part of the tour. I don't know. It's really weird. But anyways, that one's the Cascade Challenge up in Washington. And get this, we've got 5 Canadian MPOs heading down because it's right there close to the border. Miguel Alvarado is going to be there.
Are you sure you don't want me to take these names?
Oh, you might
no,
need to.
it's Spanish. I'm not good. Okay.
Cole and Quinn Cochran, the brothers from Vancouver area that we saw down in Lethbridge, they're going to be there. Derek Holscherer. I'm the one struggling with the names tonight. Holscherer. And Judah Hawks, who we know as well. On the FPO side, we got 2 Canadians, but it isn't Rebecca and Sophia. It will be Sheila Tevis and JJ Sun out of Vancouver, who will be playing down there. So make sure to favorite our Canadians on your PDGA Live app. That'll put them right at the top whenever you open up the tournament or any tournament when you favorite them. And then cheer them on through Instagram and Facebook. Send them messages over the weekend. They'll love it. And it just shows that we're watching and that we care.
Exactly. With that top 5 finish, Jeremy, for Rebecca Dawn, Kevin says Rebecca jumped into the top 20 in tour standings with her finish this weekend.
Oh, wow.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's, and we have so many other Canadians
I think she might actually do something, she might do quite well.
Oh, okay. Is that your hot take?
There's a spark about her. I like what I see.
I remember when a little-known podcast had a juniors episode and
there you go
and featured her back then.
And now you're saying Judah Hawks is going down to play in the Cascade Challenge?
Talk to that gentleman as well.
Yeah, I'm Miguel Alvarado.
Yeah, there's a few people out there we might have chatted with.
Yeah, there you go.
But we've got 2 amazing sponsors that sponsor the Chain Out podcast. We have BR Disc Golf and Disc Republic. And, last week we chatted with Noah Higgins, and he's sponsored by Prodigy. And they've been doing some cool things with their discs over the past few years. Like you remember back when we probably started disc golf and people were talking, the flashing and all this, but their discs seem to just have gotten better and better.
Yeah, they've definitely worked on it.
Great stamps, great plastics. And I've really been enjoying the Air Spectrum discs. So I went over to BR Disc Golf site and I found out that he's got an M4, an F9, and a D1 all in that Air Spectrum plastic. It's really grippy. It's light. It's nice for a arm like mine, the older arm.
Noodle arms.
Yeah, it works out really good. So you can go over there and check those out. That's my find on the BR Disc Golf site. Sweet. And then speaking of Prodigy, when I talked to Jason at Disc Republic, he has the new Prodigy Nerf discs available.
Nope.
So those Nerf discs, Daryl, they're 100 grams a piece approximately.
Yeah.
But yet they're still PDGA approved. I don't know how they do that, how they're that light and still PDGA approved. Maybe it's the Nerf material or something that they're made out of.
Maybe.
Yeah. And then he also said that he's got pre-orders on the site for the Doomsday Discs Oxymorons.
Yeah.
Do you know what the Oxymorons were? Did you hear about them?
I have seen them before, yeah. I've seen
like
them.
the Velveeta cheese slice and stuff? Yeah. So there's those square discs that somehow fly through the air and also roll, and they went off the shelves very quick. But they are back, and you can pick them up there. And if you do buy from BR Disc Golf or from Disc Republic, use the code CHAINOUT at checkout, and that will definitely help support us. So thanks to our sponsors.
Absolutely. Well, our next giveaway, the one that everyone was waiting for, is now finally up on Instagram. It's the Halo, the
Oh.
Queen City Classic Halo Boss, covered in FPO signatures that you got when you were down in Jonesboro.
I went to Jonesboro?
You did go to Jonesboro. You don't talk about it enough, really. It's pretty easy to get in on this giveaway. You're probably already doing 2 out of the 3 tasks anyway. You got to follow us on Instagram, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and then tag an FPO that you would like us to see interview on the podcast. And I want to give a shout out to Carrie Neal, who posted a great suggestion. So Booker Jeremy, get on this. She said she'd like to see Amber Chase on.
Yeah, we've talked to her. She's
Yeah,
awesome. She's
yeah.
a BR ambassador.
Exactly. And Katrina Allen.
Okay.
And I
This
think
is Macy.
Macy Valadiez
Yeah.
about playing disc golf after pregnancy.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, being a new mum, being, having to have a little one with you on the course, or, all that aspects of playing disc golf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've
so-
got Canadians as well on there. We got Bailey Inglis was another one.
absolutely.
So many. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great
suggestion.
Great
So,
suggestion.
Yeah. It's still me, isn't it? After the episode, be sure to head over to check out our Patreon and get the free link to join us for Around the Basket. This week, we'll be chain out fantasy leaguing it. Yeah, we'll be making our picks for the Dieppe Open. We're going to have a special guest joining us tonight in studio,
Yeah.
Mr. Ex-Presidente himself.
And OG picker as well.
Yeah, first ever picker, Tim Plamondon. He's going to be joining us in studio.
Right here, right between us.
He'll be right here.
He'll be the meat in this podcast sandwich.
Yeah. So this episode may help you get ready to make your own fantasy picks. If you've already made yours, that's great. You've probably headed over to chainoutpodcast.com. Head over there and you can win some cool prizes that we have for this year, including a Sophia Donica, Kona Star Montgomery.
See, the
Mako
English
3.
names you have a little trouble with. The French names, no problem.
Exactly. And a chain out mini. This is just one of, or two, oh my goodness, English
Two
is
of
a hard.
the many prizes?
That's it. Many prizes that we have to offer. The Mako 3 and the chain out minis are brought to you by Innova Canada. We thank them very much for their donations.
Yeah.
There you go.
So, and we were saying, if you haven't made your picks, you can actually pull up the website right beside the podcast while you're listening or watching it, and you can make your picks as we're speaking and get yourself in. And don't worry if you didn't participate in the first 2 events, because there'll be other draw prizes that you'll be qualified for as well that we'll be putting in, including the Noah Higgins signed disc that I added from Spring Runoff.
I mean, that one right there.
That'll be the one. Yep. Now, Daryl, we got a guest or two?
We have 2 guests.
Oh, we do. Okay, good.
do.
Not 3, not 4. It didn't. The room didn't fill up because we took too long. People just kept coming into the green room.
No,
Nothing like that.
we've got room for 2, and 2 is enough for anyone.
All right. Well, let's get it going. So anyone can try their hand at being a tournament director. I'm sure it's a difficult thing to do. Anyone can try to do it, but to be one of the greats, it takes commitment, organization, pre-planning, multitasking, maybe even a headset on your ear, and a great team as well. Well, tonight's guests have all of that and more, and this weekend we'll see it all in action at the Dieppe Open. Join us in welcoming Luc Ricard and Rick Robichaud to the podcast. You thought I was going to say to the show, didn't you?
Yeah. Hey guys, how you doing?
Hey, great. What's up with that, Rick? You're making me look bad again.
Oh, how could you guys look bad? You look wonderful.
Glad to be here, guys. Thanks for having us again this year prior to the event. We really appreciate this.
Yeah, absolutely. It's great to see you, Luke. It's been a while since we had you on the podcast, since we last talked. How have you been?
Been great. It's been a year of planning for this event, and things are coming together. I'm just humble that everything that's been happening to us lately, and the way things are falling together, and just the whole reason for that is for the guy that's at the bottom of the screen here.
Yeah.
Without Rick in this equation, none of this happens. Because
Right.
just to introduce Rick myself for you guys is
Sure.
I've been doing the Dieppe Open now. This is year number 6, and year number 2 or 3, maybe 3. Rick was just a casual player, played in the event, and all of a sudden I get this message from him saying, "Hey, man, I want to help out." And I said, "Just be careful. If anybody that steps into this circle, if you put out an idea, you're going to have to execute." And guess what? From that day on, the reason that the Dieppe Open has grown to what it's now, he's one of the backbones there. So
Okay.
That's awesome.
yeah,
Well,
that's who
well,
Rick is.
yeah.
Everything that's in the background, look at his background right now. That's a big part of the Dieppe Open.
Well,
Sweet.
what an intro that is, Rick. It's good to have you on the podcast for the first time. How are you? How are you doing after an intro like that?
Good guys, thanks for having me. No, this is it's been a wild ride. I guess we started out hosting C tiers, and now we're hosting A tiers, and next year is going to be nationals. So it's yeah, it's very exciting times around here.
Yeah,
Nice.
definitely.
Yeah.
Well, and let's get right into that. So the Canadian A tier season is in full swing. You guys are hosting the third A tier of the year, and that's going to happen this weekend. We want to hear all about it. So do our listeners. We're going to jump right in, and we're going to throw these questions at both of you. But if we pick the wrong person, just bounce it to the other one. You answer it how you'd like. So you kind of got to this at the start, Luke, is that we know this will be the second year that the Dieppe Open has been an A tier, but the event's been going on way longer than a couple years as an A tier. Can you tell us about the history of the event and what you know of how it originally got started and the early days of it?
Yeah, basically the way it got started is it's year number 6 for the Dieppe Open, but it actually started back in 2019 when they held a safari event where they modified the course a little bit, and that's where it all originally started. But the Dieppe Open came on board in 2020, and that's when I came in. It was my first ever C tier event that I organized, and basically the thing about it is what we do is our course is built around a series of other public parks and ball fields included. So we started using those facilities to our advantage, where we add extra holes, we combine holes on the course. So every year since then, it's grown. We grew it to a B tier for 2 years, and then last year we got the first A tier, and again we learned a lot from there. And then being awarded nationals last year, and last year is basically challenged us to kind of use 2026 as an event where we're basically doing a test run for nationals. Hence why we went from originally having 100 to 125 players to 176 last year, and then an extra 100 this year. We're at 272 as of tonight. So
Wow.
that's what it's grown to, and it's the first time that we go to multiple courses, multiple facilities, having to involve our great neighbors at Review Disc Golf Association. So we're learning. We're learning. It's not an easy ride, but it's a fun ride, and we're having fun.
Awesome.
Yeah. Wow. Sounds like quite the work being put into it. Rick, the event we see kicks off and starts tomorrow. How are you? How are you and the team feeling now that everything has come to this point? Now it's crunch time. It's go tomorrow. How are you feeling?
Every year, right about this time, Luke and I sit down and we're like, we're missing something. We always feel like we're missing something, and it's such a good feeling because when we have that feeling, we know we're on the right track. We're in such a good position right now. We're ahead of schedule. Both courses are looking great. As Luke mentioned, we're doing Dieppe Open over 2 courses, Dieppe Disc Golf Course and RHS Tricky Trail in Riverview. It's just a short jaunt away across the river, and everything's looking great. I mean, it all comes down to our team of volunteers, and can't thank them enough. We're going to be thanking them probably throughout this podcast here, or at least I am,
Absolutely.
because they're massive. They're huge, and without this great team, none of this would be possible.
Yeah, absolutely. Excuse me. Well, we've talked about it on the podcast before. The PDGA put out a TD Academy, kind of getting new people into running events and things like that. And I've taken part in that. I'm still working my way through it, but trying to get to the end of it. Excuse me. Do you want to take this question?
Yeah, I think where you were going with it was he was saying, like, as he's taken this course, it's really he's been telling me a lot about it, that's brought to his attention that it takes a great team of individuals to organize any tournament, but especially one as big as an A tier. And it looks like, you've got the two of you, you've got four people together on the tournament director team that's on the published side of it. But can you tell us a little bit about who else is helping out with it and who you've got supporting the event?
Well, on top of our volunteers, we've got a core group. There's myself, there's Rick, we've got David Wood and Patrick Hebert that are also on the team, and we have another TD extraordinaire out of Riverview, which is Brad. Brad, oh God,
Brad Kelly.
The caffeine's contagious, apparently.
Yeah.
And Brad's also has the president or the chair of the New Brunswick Disc Golf Association, Blake Reynolds, on his staff there. And I think it's just a combination of a bunch of, I won't say crazy, but passionate people. Rick, and just the reason I'm saying passionate is when Rick joined, he changed our slogan that Disc Golf Dieppe, it's not just disc golf, it's an experience. And I think everybody in the area has bought into that. So every event that we put on, Riverview included, we always try, what can we do to make it better next year? What can we do? I think that's what's brought the events to where they're at. And that's why we're super lucky to have all those partners, including, and I'm going to mention it, including the city of Dieppe and the town of Riverview. Our events are held on public courses, and without any of those buy-ins, there's nothing that volunteers can only take it so far. But when you have the support of those two communities or the communities itself, it's great. So that's basically where we're heading, and that's how our success has been built over the last few years.
Yeah. Well, and we kind of talked about this before when we chatted the last time, Luke, about kind of all of those different parties that have to come together to make an event like this happen, whether it's in the buy-in of everybody from the sponsors to the city and that. Do you want to talk a little bit about that? Because I know you've got a big sponsor who committed to a 3-year engagement with you, and just, I think I've heard you use the word that these are kind of like the fertilizers, the ones who help make the tournament grow.
That's exactly where I wanted to go with this. By growing the way we've been doing it, we're able to, and also hats off to Can Disc Golf or PDGA Canada also, that decided to go with a 2-year in advance notification for Canadian Nationals. I think moving forward, you're going to see that process have a huge impact on organizing committees, because it gives us the leverage. If I'm talking to the city 2 years or 3 years in advance saying, hey, I should find out in the next 6 months if I've got nationals, there's nobody from the tourism committee that is going to back down. You're going to get so much support, and that's what we're seeing now, that the future planning is your greatest asset. And when you go to a sponsor, like in our case, like we've got 2 major sponsors, which is Greenfoot Energy and Thought Space Athletics. So when you talk to people like that and you present your case, well, you're legit. Like as soon as you talk about we'll be hosting nationals, you just add more weight to where you're going, and that's the number one fertilizer, because you know that we can't hold an event like that without that ingredient, which is funding. Right. So you get that involved, get the local governments involved. In our case, the city of Dieppe and the town of Riverview are great for that. So that's the number one. That's a big fertilizer that's part of the different ones that we'll talk about as we progress here.
Sounds good. Yeah. And I think too, while we were looking there with the list of people, I also saw another couple names. I know there's probably a ton of names. We couldn't drop everyone's name, but I see Daniel Arsenault's name there and maybe Cindy and Matt LeBlanc. How are they contributing to the event?
Yeah, well, Dan Arsenault is a new addition to our team just from the last few months. He's more from a financial background. When you get to events the size that we are, we need to have people that know numbers. So we kind of brought him into the team. And Cindy and Matt LeBlanc are, I'll say, event extraordinaires. They run a event first aid or first on event first aid company that they do a whole bunch of events in the city. They do large concerts and everything, and they fell in love with the game 2 years ago. And I knew Matt previously from our work with EMS, so they jumped in with both feet, and those two are just playing amazing. They bring so much to the table, and they've learned the game so quickly also through this whole thing that it makes those people crazy assets to us. Like you guys talk about the mic that I have in my ear, while Matt works, that's how he works, and that's
Okay.
communication for him is the key. And so yeah, so those are great people that we added on to the team. And the one that you didn't mention there is David Wood.
Okay.
um he's been a workhorse. He probably puts on 15 to 20 kilometers a day,
Wow.
walking the course, cleaning the course, and Rick can vouch for that. He's been running both courses, going back and forth for cleanups. He's got high standards that his feeling is if you walk onto a course, you shouldn't be looking at your phone. You should be enjoying the course and enjoying the environment that you're in. So I'll challenge anybody to walk on a course without a phone, and I'm telling you, you'll be able to navigate 18 holes and enjoy it.
That's
That's
awesome.
how
Fantastic.
High
attention to
praise.
details. Yep,
Yeah.
attention
For
to
sure.
details. Rick, I don't know if I'm missing anybody. Please jump in if I did.
Yeah, no, I think you nailed most of them. It's always risky naming
Yeah.
people
Naming.
because you're always going to forget those one or two people. But
Pat
yeah, no,
Adair.
I think Pat Hebert, yeah, Pat, he's with the city of Dieppe there, and he's a workhorse. Like he's working on the course on hours and off hours. So it's great to see him. I'll go sometimes during my lunch break just to practice putt for a few minutes, and he's throwing mulch somewheres or chopping up dead trees or something like that. He's always doing something out there.
Oh, good. Good. Well, if we keep going, heading on to the tournament here, Rick, Daryl had mentioned that the tournament weekend really starts tomorrow on Thursday. And looking on Disc Golf Scene, I noticed that the schedule is just jam packed. So I thought maybe we could go through and let everyone know what are some of the events that they can expect to see this weekend, starting tomorrow with the women's clinic. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, for sure. So we have Karen Martel, Julie Bizon, and
Colleen
slipping my name.
McInnes.
There we go. Putting on a free women's disc golf clinic. And it's not just for whoever's playing in Dieppe Open. It's open to any women who want to join. And they put it on last year, and it was a good success. I think we had about a dozen women show up, practice putting, learn how to throw, backhand, forehand. They really know how to teach. They're FPO players. They have a lot of experience. So that's going on tomorrow night, which is Thursday at 5 o'clock to about 6 o'clock. And following that is we're going to have our players meeting. So the cool thing about this year that we kind of learned from last year with all the rain that we got, Luke got us a big 20 by 60-foot tent. It's a master. It's a masterpiece when you come to the course. And so we're going to host our players meeting in there. Oh, there we go. Yeah,
There you go.
yeah, looks great. That's great. Great picture. So we're gonna have our players meeting in there, followed by our players party. We also have a local brewery that's actually going to be on site serving their local brews as well.
Mm.
And we have
Sold.
a DJ. Yeah, exactly.
Flying
And we have
boats.
our Flying Boats. Yep, shout out to Flying Boats. Great beers. We're gonna have some music and entertainment by Jody Wagstaff. He's a disc golfer from Nova Scotia who's coming down to help us out with that.
Cool.
And
Wow.
then that's just tomorrow night, and then
That's
Friday
just
night.
tomorrow night. That's not the whole weekend.
No, that's
Wow.
just tomorrow night. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
And then go ahead, go ahead.
yeah, I was going to say, Rick, even when you were talking there with the women's clinic, we've had all three of those ladies on the show. We had Karen Martel, Julie Bisson, and Colleen McInnes. And I know it's a women's clinic and it's free, but it's almost like if we're going to do this, if this is going to happen next year at Nationals, maybe you can make like a little corral a little further back where I can kind of stand in it and hear because I could use any tips that they could give. That's for
Absolutely.
sure.
Yeah, we'll get you to retrieve the discs.
Yeah.
that
Oh,
they
there you
throw.
go. I could do
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
There you
Oh,
go.
hey, I'll do it.
By osmosis, I'll
Yeah.
learn
Yeah.
that kind of thing. But yeah, you're saying
Great
that you
idea.
got DJ entertainment, you got beer, we got a beer gardens on site. Now, is there a fly mart that's going to be happening too? Is that right?
Yeah, we're gonna
Apps,
have some vendors on site. We're gonna have food vendors. We even have a lemonade stand. The lemonade ladies are
Nice.
coming over tomorrow night and for the weekend as well. So yeah, it's gonna be a really fun time.
Oh yeah.
and just for the fly mart, we're having, I think it's some like 13 or 14 boots,
Wow.
different
Whoa.
like Maritime Heiser Labs, that does a resin, like a grip resin for your for grips. We're gonna have a few disc dyers that are gonna be there. We've got a few retailers also, so players can choose from different retailers that we have in the Maritimes, and even a Quebec retailer is going to be on site. We have arts and craft company or lady that's coming too. And then we've got one of our local realtor that does a fundraising for the women's shelter that's going to be there selling products too. So it's we're just trying to make tomorrow night kind of the happening where the players need to pick up their players packs anyways. So we might as well just combine everything and make it a point to be there. So
Yeah.
it's mandatory for us by the PDGA to put on a players meeting. So that's why we strongly encourage the players to support us and be there. And we will mention a few things, like there's things that have happened throughout the last few days that we've recognized that we need to send messages out, like for anyone that's watching the show right now, I might as well put it out there, like the no smoking, no alcohol
Mm.
uh beyond the course entrance unless you're in the beer garden, and at Tricky Trails, RHS Tricky Trails, especially on that property because it is school property. So there's zero smoking even in the parking lot. So we need for players to understand that and obey to that. I know sometimes it's not easy, but please obey to it because it's a privilege for us to be on those grounds and to be able to have built a public course that is accessible to everybody. We wouldn't want to lose that. So, yeah. So in a nutshell, that's Thursday night. Then we've got Friday and Saturday also that we've got stuff planned. Friday is a repeat of last year, which last year was probably a downpour of 30 to 40 millimeters of rain during the event. It's called it's called Sunset to Glow, and it's played on a course that it's called Claude D. Taylor. It's CDT. It's the original course in Riverview, and it's a bunch. It's 21 or 22 holes, Rick, I think, of par threes. So
Yeah,
what
yeah.
happens is, yeah, something like that. So what happens is you start off, and the sun is setting. So you start off with your regular disc, and as you progress by mid round, you're now playing a glow round. So you're starting in
Right.
the sunset and you're finishing. So sunset to glow. It's a free event for everybody. There's a whole bunch of prizes. Review Disc Golf Association knows how to run events, knows how to run fun doubles. So that's how they do it. It's a fun doubles, and it's a random doubles also. I think.
Random.
I think, yeah, random doubles. So you'll be playing with whoever. Like there's I think 60 or 70 spots. So yeah. So it's a cool event. That's our Friday night event. And then Saturday, we're coming back to our HQ at the Dieppe course. And it's going to be just playing out the players' party. We'll have typical maritime. We'll have washer toss games. We'll have Disconnect 4, which is like Connect 4 but with discs. And we'll also have a bracket CTP, which is basically everybody that wants to join pays $5 entry fee. There's a pro pool, an amateur pool, and right where our headquarters is, that's the tee off for hole one. So we're going to put a basket probably at 150 feet for AMs and 200 feet for pros. So it's a match play. You get 2 shots. Whoever gets the closest moves on to the next round. The other one, sorry to say, but your name remains in for prizes. And then we do that throughout the night, and at the end of it, we'll crown a winner. And and we've got this year the random prize. One of the raffle draw prizes, a bag boy cart.
Oh,
So
wow.
that's what's up for grabs. And like I said, the winner there could pull in a little bit of cash too to maybe pay
Wow.
for some expenses, and at the same time enjoy some brews,
Yeah.
washer toss, like I said,
I
and just have
yeah.
fun.
Can I just want to clarify because I'm not too familiar with it. I'm not too sure if you're familiar with it, Jeremy.
Right.
Washer toss. How do you play that? What's that all about?
It's kind of, I think last year at Nationals, the game that they played, Crokinole or something like
Oh,
that.
Crokinole,
crokinole.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, in the Maritimes, washer toss, it's a box or a wooden box with a little cone in the middle, and it's about 10 feet apart. You play with you play with a teammate, and you toss the washers. If it lands in the pot, the small pot in the middle, it's 3 points. In the box, it's 1 point, and you play as a team, and it's kind of a Maritimes thing.
Right.
You
Okay.
guys will. It's going to be our version of a typical maritime
There you
game
go.
for you guys to play and just have fun while you're having fun at the party. And
Yeah.
Love it.
again, Jody Wagstaff will be there with some karaoke and DJ possibilities for Saturday night. So should
Yeah.
be fun times.
That's good. And I'm glad that you translated for the Western Canadians here, because if you go west of about Winnipeg, I think is what it is, you go from Saskatchewan over, if you had said we were having a players social, I don't think any of us would know what you were talking about. So you said players party so that everybody knows that a social is the same as a party and different from a party, but all the excitement there. Now we also saw listed, Rick, there that there's a mystery box. Is what's going on with this mystery box? Is that something happening, or Luke?
Yeah, we this mystery the last year's mystery box was worth what, over $300, Luke?
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
think it's going to be worth over $300. One of our generous
5.
sponsors, 500, sorry, yes.
Wow.
One of our generous sponsors and local retailers, Atlantic Disc Golf, put together a very cool mystery box. Wish I could tell you what it is, but it's a mystery unless if you buy a ticket.
There you
But
go.
yeah, no. So we're selling tickets. I forget what they are off the top of my head, but people bought tickets upon registration, or they can buy tickets upon sign up, and we'll put a draw out sometime Saturday. I think after the around noon. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So it's last year I think Chris Brown won it actually.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, and so many discs and goodies, and what do we have in that, Luke? It was a
We
decent box.
well, I don't know if you guys heard about our trophies last year, what they were,
Yeah.
the buoys. Well,
Yeah.
we're back with those this year, so we usually put one in there. Uh,
Hmm.
yeah, there'll be some stuff like
Yeah.
signature discs. I've got a few TSA vintage also that are going to go in there. Thought Space.
Nice.
We have usually there's some random accessories like hats, jerseys. So this year's box is worth over $500. So, and it's all related to disc golf.
Yeah.
There's like there's a whole tripods, little stuff that you'd use, chalk bags, knit, whatever you can think goes into your disc golf bag or
Yeah.
is a disc golf accessory, there'll probably be part of it in there. So it's a very generous mystery box, and it's used as a fundraiser also. So people buy raffle tickets for it.
Yeah.
We're able to reinvest in the event, reinvest in the prize packages that we offer during the event.
And how much are the
So
tickets?
I think it's 3 for 5 and 10 for 10, Rick, or something like that. It's on Disc Golf Scene now, but yeah, so the players
Okay.
are able to buy into those. Yeah.
Perfect. Just before we move on, I just wanted to jump into the chat here because you were mentioning Chris Brown won it last year, and obviously we mentioned a little bit earlier about the women's clinic. Colleen McInnes is in the chat, and she says that she played Dieppe today, and the course was beautiful.
Oh,
So
good to
there you
hear.
go. Good to hear. Everyone's doing their great job out there. And then you mentioned the buoys that you had for trophies. You know, last year you were kind enough to give us one of those replica buoys to give away on the podcast, and Sonia, who ended up winning it, she said that she's got her buoy on her shelf, so she liked that. You mentioned that you're going to get them again this year. We see that the pros and the AMs are getting to get spoiled. How much extra added cash is in for the pros this year?
We've put in 5,000 for this year for pros, and we said $1,000 for AMs, but it's more than that. It's more almost $2,000 that we have added in prizes. What we do is every card has a chance to win something. So the
Right.
first 2 rounds we identify a hole, and throughout. So once that foursome or that card gets to that hole, whoever gets the CTP wins a prize.
Okay.
It ranges from a disc to chalk bags to water bottles. So we add those in there. So and those they're all like $10 to $15 ticket items. So the first 2 rounds of that, and then the last day is win your card, win a prize. So if you win your
Right.
card, you come to us and you'll get a
Yes.
prize. So it's kind of Ben started that during nationals, the last nationals that we had, Ben Smith, and it's been kind of a tradition to keep that going. I know for my events, I find that it's
Yeah.
instead of having one whole CTP for the whole group, everybody gets a chance in this case, and yeah, makes it
Yeah.
fun.
I really like that win your card
Yes.
because I think it was Ben that mentioned it before, or somebody had mentioned it when we interviewed them about, you can be sixth or 10th on your, in your division,
Yep.
and you're playing with other people, around, on the final day.
Mm-hmm.
You may not have that much incentive to play for, but if you have that win your card incentive, there you go. You can still win on
Yeah,
that final day.
still
Just
good.
play well,
Go with the
play and
prize.
win. And yeah,
Exactly.
absolutely. So you mentioned the trophies, and we mentioned the added cash for the pros. What about you mentioned a lot of TSA stuff being put in randomly throughout the weekend and everything, in different means and instances. What are the AMs likely to be getting in their player packs?
Players packs this year. Well, you're getting. I should have brought one. I had one in the truck. Player packs this year. I think we did a good job at it. Players are getting a backpack.
Oops, sorry.
Or maybe Rick, you can take this on. You were more involved in this than I was.
Didn't mean to put you on the spot.
Yeah. Yeah, so we got a backpack. It's not a disc golf bag, but it's a cool little travel pack. I showed a lot of people the backpack, and they're like, "Yeah, this is cool. I can just throw it in my trunk with a few discs." We have a Thought Space Athletics premium disc that's going to be with the Dieppe Open stamp on it. We have a long sleeve shirt with Dieppe Open on it. What's really cool is one of our juniors. He just started playing disc golf maybe a year or two ago. Jaden LeBlanc. So what he's doing, he is doing personalized minis.
Wow.
So if you
Oh,
can see
nice.
these, it has your name and PDGA number on them.
Right.
He
Cool.
made all these.
Wow.
He made these for
Yeah.
everybody. Not only AMs, but pros are getting them too.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
You know,
and we got a bunch
sorry,
of other
Rick.
little goodies.
This is probably the right place for me to insert it. But when you show those minis and something like that, all I got to say is, boy, oh boy, is that pretty crazy with all the stuff people are going to get. Okay, back to you. I just had to get that pun in there.
Yeah, no, that's good. No, and we got a bunch of other little goodies. I don't think I'm missing anything
Towels.
too big. Towels, yeah, that's a cool one. Yeah, we got towels with our logo on them. Even hand sanitizer, with our logos on it. So
Wow.
it's a good value. We really want to give players good value for their when they get a players pack. I mean, that's how I kind of got started in this tournament game. I was never, you know, I never had joined sports. I was never on a sports team or anything like that. And one of my disc golf buddies is like, "Yeah, you should join this tournament." And I was like, no, I'm not really a competitive person. He's like, "Well, it's like $30 and you get a free disc." I'm like, "Oh, you get a free disc? Okay, I'm sold, right? Like
Yeah.
even if I suck, I get a free disc." So and literally from that day on, I got hooked with tournaments, and I always go back to that first tournament and that players pack that I received, and the feeling that I got, even though I got a few discs now, on
Yeah.
and so when we're formulating our players pack, like we put a lot of thought and a lot of effort. We reach out to a lot of vendors and different companies to see what the best we can do, for our players pack. And I think we knocked it out of the park last year, and I think we're doing it again this year. And next year for nationals, we've already been talking about it. And if you join tournaments just for the players pack, you're going to want to sign up for nationals.
Awesome.
Yeah. Did we also see that there was an opportunity maybe to get player cards as well?
Oh, very cool. Last year we included the player cards. So I know you guys were talking about them last time. So
Yeah.
here's last year's. So these are kind of what they look like. It's a
Yeah.
lot of glare, isn't it?
It's,
Okay.
Tilt it forward.
So
there you
forward
go. Yeah.
There you go.
there. So last year I created these player cards for all pros and AMs that I could find a picture on. This year we charge for them. I forget how many we got. We got close to over 150 people who bought
Wow.
player cards.
Purchase. Yep.
Yeah. And so similar. I don't have any. It's going to be a surprise for everybody when they get them tomorrow.
Okay.
But yeah, it's something that's, we again, it comes down to the player's experience. And Luke always says he wants everybody who steps on that course, whether they're a pro or whether they're an amateur, to feel like they're a professional, stepping on a championship level course, and that's what we're here to do. And the player cards are a little nice added touch that people appreciate and look forward to.
100%.
Certainly.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Well, and Daryl, we've got so caught up talking about all of the different events that are happening this weekend.
Yeah.
We're talking about all the amazing prizes, all the amazing players packs, all the cash they're
Everything
giving away,
else.
the beer gardens, and all of that. We haven't even talked about the tournament yet. Maybe we
know.
should get to that part
Yeah.
about it.
There
So apparently there's going to be some disc golf rounds interrupting all this fun. So let's get over onto that. And one of the changes that we saw for this year, and you kind of touched on it earlier, is that there's been a new course added to the event. And can you tell us a little bit more about that course? You said it's kind of sharing some school grounds. What kind of course is it? Is it an open bomber, a treed course? What can you tell us about it?
RHS Tricky Trails is the name of the course. So Tricky Trails will kind of give you a little bit of it. It's a shorter course than Dieppe, obviously, but they do have blue, red, and a hybrid layout. But it's more wooded, more narrower, so a fairly technical course. So basically, every group will be playing at least one round over at Tricky Trails, except the MPOs, FPOs, and MP50. Those three categories will play all three in Dieppe for this year. But Tricky Trails is a relatively new course also, and by bringing them into the Dieppe Open, it's pushed the local municipality to invest in the course early for nationals, knowing that nationals are coming in. It's going to be one of our courses for next year also. And the second reason we went there, though, it's not because of the course. The reason we went there, we chose RHS or Tricky Trails, is because of the people behind it.
Mm.
Brad Kelly, Blake Reynolds, the whole Riverview Disc Golf Association. Um, we couldn't have asked for a better partner to have to do a test run on running an event on multiple sites, which is what we wanted to do prior to Nationals. So now we're managing 2 sites, and basically they hopped in and they're doing their thing. We haven't had to intervene at any point at this point.
Okay.
They're so good at what they do. So they're a great partner to have, and they're a great addition to our group. So I hope this is year one of many to come, not only for the Dieppe Open, for Nationals, but any further events that we do. I think those people bring so much to the table that we can't not include them moving forward. So
Yeah.
That's
shout out
fantastic
to
to hear.
Review Disc Golf.
Yeah, and that
Yeah,
sounds
they've
like a
got two.
great ad.
Yeah, they've got 2 fabulous courses there. One is very beginner friendly, CDT, where the Sunset to Glow is happening. That is very beginner friendly, and again, volunteer based. And then Tricky Trails is the longer one, and yeah, it's gonna be play a big part this year. It's gonna play a big part in Nationals next year also. So
Good,
Wow.
good.
Great.
Well, and I remember when we chatted with you last year about the flagship Dieppe course and how much you guys learned and how much work the team put into it, and you got some inclement weather, but you were able to get it drained and cleared out very quickly. You're doing so many things on the fly. Have you done any changes to the course? Are there anything players can expect to be different when they get there from what they might have tried last year? Have you tried to prevent some Thomas lines from happening again?
absolutely, there's been numerous changes. Just the thing that really caught me today is Rachel DeBow walking off the course and saying, "Look, my feet are dry." So, and we've had quite a bit of rain over the last few days here, and seeing a comment like that just made us put a smile on our face. There's been a lot of work that's been put into drainage to get ready, but last year the amount of rain that we got was the perfect test. So
Yeah.
we've rectified a lot. There's been a lot of modifications. There's been 2 new holes added. Holes have been modified. We've lengthened the course to almost 8,500 feet, I believe, Rick.
Wow.
Par 64. So yeah, we're really happy with the changes. I think, and this is a dry run for Nationals. We want this to be a national worthy course, and it's a public course, so it's going to be. I think it's going to be one of the first Nationals that's going to be run on fully public courses in 2027.
Okay.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Glad to see. Yeah. Everyone tries to Thomas proof the course, and then he ends up breaking it. So we'll be interested to see how he does this year. We do have a question in the chat. This is from someone who's a long-time listener, first-time caller.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know who
First
that
time
might
caller?
be. Yeah, exactly. He says, just curious to ask Luke and Rick if the courses are Firebird friendly. He's a person that always throws Firebirds. And we know
Firebirds on Heiser. He's
Yeah.
wondering because he's coming out from Edmonton next year. He's looking at Nationals. He's wondering how's he going to do? Is he going to have to practice some other shots?
We've been told that if you don't have a full bag coming into Dieppe or Riverview, that you're going to be having fun.
Okay,
So
that's
yeah,
good to hear.
it's very Firebird friendly. It is, but you'll also need a full bag. So come prepared.
There you go. Can't
Alright.
rely on just the one
Yeah.
disc anymore.
No, Tim's got a whole year
Nope.
to practice some other discs for the first time ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, the great
Go ahead,
thing
Rick.
about Dieppe course, we got a couple of accolades this year on UDisc. So we're rated #1 course in New Brunswick, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Luke, it might be the 16th course in Canada or something in that ballpark, which just massive. And to do that, I think we built a well balanced course that, like Luke said, you need a full bag, and not only a full bag, you need to throw left, you need to throw straight, you need to throw right. There's wooded holes, there's open holes. You're throwing over a little bit of water. So there's a little bit of everything with Dieppe. So Firebird friendly, yeah, but you might want to bring a couple more discs as well.
That's fair. That's a good way to look at it. And yeah, he'll just have to practice with some other discs.
That's it.
That's what it is. Yeah. Staying with you, Rick. There's one thing that we've seen, and I thought it was a really cool addition to the event. And I know you kind of looked at it, Jeremy. So
I've downloaded it already.
You've downloaded it. Is that you have your own app as well this year?
Yeah, we're very excited about the app. Luke kind of brought this idea to the group, and Brad Kelly's been kind of running with it, but it's a great addition. Again, we're using this event as a test run for nationals. So we're learning a lot about the app. So what we're doing with the app, we have our caddy book uploaded to it. We have all our hole information. And any notices that we need to make, any changes or communication, we can throw it on the app. And if people lose a disc or want to comment or anything like that, they can use the app, and we can all chat together. So it's a great tool to have, and we're learning about it, and we know how to make it better for next year as well.
Yeah. One big added feature with the app, and if we can get people to buy into it, well, it's free, but buy into using the app. It allows us to send an instant notification to everyone.
Okay.
If there's something happening, like last year, example, we talked about weather last year. A first round, first crew out in the morning, they get the hole, and there's this massive tree that fell right in the middle of the fairway. We were lucky that we had one of the locals on that card, and they sent us a message and said, "Hey, there's a tree down. It's right in the line. Can you get what can be done?" And within minutes, we had somebody out there cleaning up and getting it off the course. But if there'd be like something like inclement weather or something like that, we can blast a message: "Play suspended."
Right.
So everybody, we're going to encourage everybody to have the notifications on. So as soon as we put out there, they get a notification from the app. There's an announcement. So we want to use it that way. Disc golf scene is a great tool for everyone, but we all know that it's all email based. So when we want to send a quick notification, sometimes it's a little harder. So this allows us to just, hey, you're logged in, it's on your phone, you'll get the notification. So, and it's a one-stop shop. So you go into there, you can access your tee times, the caddy book, the course notes, the events, the sponsors, everything's in there. So yeah, it's a great addition. I used it when we went with Anthony when we went to the World Juniors in Peoria, Illinois, and there was the World's Masters there at the same time, and I really enjoyed it. So that's why we looked into it. It is a little bit expensive, but with the sponsors and with the money that we were able to raise, we're able to secure a 2-year deal with the company. So yeah, we're testing it out, and hopefully the way it's going now, I think it's already a slam dunk.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Well, and
Love it.
you've mentioned it a few times now, both of you, about how this is a plan for nationals next year. It's part of the 3-year plan that started last year, and probably even earlier than that when you started thinking about it. And it seems like it's being well received. You got over 270 players coming this year. You got players coming back from Ontario and down from the U.S. are coming up to play this event as well. What are you thinking now when we look to next year? Is the number still in that 275 range, or what are you targeting to open it up for nationals next year?
For nationals, well, we're going to 4 courses, so we'll be running 4 courses at the same time. It's going to be a lot more. There's going to be a lot of spots open. We'll leave it at that for now.
Okay.
All I know is that we're gaining the steam that we wanted to gain, and if this one can be as successful as last year, it's going to be mission accomplished, and then it's just going to give us more fuel to hopefully hold a national that's going to be up there in the top ones that have been run so far. So that's the whole goal. Definitely over 400 next year. I've got a I hope type of number that I'm looking at. I'm going to keep that between me and Rick right now, not
Sure,
to scare
fair.
some people away.
Well, I like
But
that.
it's going to be a sign up fast.
Okay, it will be a sign up fat. Well, I'm already feeling that too. I want to know if I can buy my plane ticket already, but I think it's a little too early for me to do that. But uh, but I'm thinking as well. That's good to hear. There'll be 4 courses for next year, so all those people who are coming down this year and getting that head start and that practice, they'll only have a 50%. Well, they'll have a plane advantage, but
Right.
only a 50% course advantage over me because they won't know the other 2 yet. So,
Oh,
but
they know each other too. Like it's going to be Memron Cook and Cormier Village that's going to be added, or
okay.
Kapakadi. So we all know, everybody knows, and there's a lot of players that came down this year to be able to go play those courses while they're
Right.
down here. And everything like from the Dieppe headquarters, it's 25 minutes to Memron Cook, it's 20 minutes to Riverview, and it's 25 to 30 minutes to Kapakadi. So we're all within like throwing distance. So yeah, there's like I said, there's a lot of people that that took extra days to come down and to be able to play those courses too and start getting familiar with them.
Good stuff.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, it's no surprise that we like to shine a light and bring attention on the Canadian A tiers. This is one way we're doing it. Another way we do it is we do our Chain Out Fantasy League, where we get to make our picks and we pick 3 MPOs and 3 FPOs of who we think is going to do well at the event. As the 2 of you have probably been looking and watching the registrants as they're rolling in, do you have any local favorites or any dark horses for us to pick? Just tell me. Don't worry about Jeremy. And maybe we'll start with Rick.
Yeah, no, we have quite a lineup this year, and even last year we have a lot of people returning. A local around here, Pierre Landry. He might be a sleeper this year because if you're paying attention last year, he led the first round.
Okay.
So that's beating out. Yeah. So that's very interesting. But yeah, again, we have some big throwers. Big throwers, Chris Brown, Oslands, and Thomas, obviously. But
I've heard
I
he's
wouldn't
pretty
be
good.
surprised. Yeah, he's okay. Uh, but yeah, no, I wouldn't be surprised if there might be somebody else that kind of creeps up there. And the FPO side, I mean, we got Colleen McGuinness, returning champion.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to discount her, but I was watching Karen Martel and Julie Bizon on the course today, and I think
Yeah.
Colleen might have some stiff competition this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's
Another
get.
dark horse there. Another dark horse that I'm going to throw in there. I've got a full house here of disc golfers, obviously, for the weekend.
Yeah.
And I got them to make their predictions. They came up with this, and it's fascinating. Me and Rick didn't share this information yet, but yeah, we have the dark horse as Brownie as much as that's who they have there. But another name that's been mentioned is a PI young gun, Oliver Murphy. He could be up there. He was one of the top maritime players last year in
Yeah.
regards to progression from start to finish, and obviously Thomas and Oz.
Yeah.
So that's what we have there. But on the female side, there's also a sleeper there. There's a Chelsea Sutton from Alberta.
Yeah. We know Chelsea.
So I met her on the way out tonight, just as I was about to leave the course. She was still trying. She was out on the course, and she says, "I'm trying to put in as much 8 years in Canada as I can." And
Yeah.
she's down here, so she really liked the course, and I can't wait to see what she's going to do there. She's like new kid on the block for us here, so she's going to give a run to everybody. And like I said, we're just like this year's FPO field is a little bit smaller than last year, but I think the quality's there.
Yeah.
They're going to put on a great show, and MP40 is going to be interesting also.
Okay.
The age protected categories are going to be MP40. We got Andrew Jones coming in from Maine. He's, even though he could be competing in the MP50s, he decided to go MP40. We've got PI's old guy, Chris Richard, which you guys have probably seen in early coverage of the Canadians back in 2019, 2020. So he's in there also. Michael Stoddart's also a local from Nova Scotia that could be competing in that area. So lots of names that are being thrown out, but like I said, it's going to be a fun competition, fun to see where it's going to end up.
Oh,
Yeah.
agreed, Luke. And, we did talk to Oliver Murphy on the show, and I was hoping you wouldn't mention his name because I was hoping that Daryl would have forgot. So that would be a easy pick for me tonight. But all right, now he's on the table. Maybe Tim, our other person picking, won't be listening. But then Chelsea, you said you got a chance to
Yeah.
meet her. The one thing I'll tell you, and you probably already realized, the amount of positive energy that she emits, it's like her card, whoever gets to play on a card with her is going to be having a great time because she's an FA1 who has jumped to FPO and has fit in just perfectly and brings so much high energy to the card.
I think we first met her 2 years ago at Spring Runoff.
Yep.
And then she's obviously come up to Edmonton to play in a few events. And then she's seen her again at Spring Runoff this year. And now that she, like you said, she's trying to play as many A tiers as she can. We've just seen how much progression she's made over the past 2 years. So yeah, she'll be one to look for.
Yep.
Absolutely interesting.
Good.
Yeah. We had a question from the chat, and I don't know if, I don't think we missed it, and I don't think you've said it yet, but we're just going to put it out there as a question from the chat. Mike wants to know, did I miss it? Is there a date set for Canadian Nationals in 2027? I don't think you've mentioned it yet.
And if there isn't an official date, you can always give us a ballpark too.
Yeah.
There is no official date, but we are aiming shoulder season. Yeah, and it's going to be the second or third week of September next year.
Okay.
That's where we're planning. Most of it because Eastern Canada is known for tourism, and for us to have access to appropriate funding or governmental funding, anything that you do June, July, and August, you're competing against so many other events
Right.
that there's not a lot of money there. So by us choosing the second or third week of September, which I think are great dates, that gives us access to more funding, gives access to more accommodations or more price wise, like adequate accommodations. So I think it's going to fit in. That's when when I did nationals with Ben Smith and PI, those were the dates because it's shoulder season for us. So we're extending the tourism season by a few weekends.
Yeah.
So we get a lot more support that way. So that's what we're aiming, second or third week of September.
Okay, second or third week of September. Don't buy your plane ticket yet.
Yeah, I got to pick one up. I could just go out for the whole month and I'd be fine.
Because have it covered.
The other thing too that people need to know is by having it kind of later into September, like out here in Alberta, we get green leaves and then we get yellow leaves. But out in Atlantic Canada, it's just like true fall, is it not? You're going to have all the colors, the reds, the oranges, and that type of thing, or maybe not?
It will be starting. It is a little early, but yeah, leaves are going to start turning. They're not going to be off the trees. So
what? Well, okay, just that is going to be a big deal for Albertans.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so that's where we're aiming, and at that point, that it gives us the full summer to get the courses ready. Also.
Perfect. And as we kind of get closer to the end here, we should also mention, so let's say people are hanging around in Dieppe and they've heard about the tournament or they're listening tonight and they're like, I'm not playing in the event. They could still show up, right? They could come out there. Absolutely. They could attend as a spectator. Are they able to participate in the fly mart and all the other activities like that going on? Maybe caddy or volunteer even?
Right.
Yeah, for sure. It would be great to have as many spectators as possible. We got bleachers set up strategically around the course. We got bleachers on hole one and kind of in the middle of course on some signature holes out there. And then we have another bleacher at hole 18, which is we think we're it's going to give some people some trouble and some entertainment as well. As for the side events, the women's clinic, again, it's open to the public. Any women, again, it's free for them. The Sunset to Glow event, the random doubles at CDT Friday evening, no cost to that, and it's open to the public. If you
Nice.
want to come join us for the players party Thursday evening or Saturday evening and have a beverage from Flying Boats, you're more than welcome to come. We would love to have everyone, and it would be great just to show the support to you know to all the volunteers and all the vendors who are putting this together.
Yeah, that's awesome, and that's a good part about it, because I think as much as this is a event for people who play disc golf, it's a great gateway for people just to see how much fun we actually can have, and maybe get them to get that little opportunity through the doubles or the clinic to try it maybe as their first time, and then all of a sudden they're coming to next year's nationals because they had so much fun just participating in Dieppe Open this year.
Yeah.
Our goal is to have 272 players that just are booking their tickets once they walk away on Sunday.
Yes.
There you go. That's a fantastic way to look at it. Well, we're coming to the end of the time that we've got for you here, but maybe seeing as you've been on a few times, Luke, I think we're always having you on for A-tier recaps and previews and things like that. I don't think we've ever had you on for a full episode, so maybe it's only fitting that we kind of try and squeeze a little bit of this in.
Now it's time for desert island discs. Picture this. You've taken a relaxing cruise, however the ship goes down. You manage to swim to an island, and fortunately for you, there's an 18-hole disc golf course. Which 3 discs are you taking with you on the island?
Now we did spring this on our guests tonight, so maybe
Right.
give a little bit of preamble here.
Yeah, I'll if you've listened to the podcast, if not, I'll let you know, everybody, how it works. So this is where we say you're on this fictitious cruise going to a exotic destination, but the ship goes down. You happen to grab your bag of discs, but you only had 3 discs in it. You managed to play this course, and why don't we start with Luke? Put you on the spot first.
I've done this before. I know exactly what I need now.
Oh,
I was
nothing's
ready for
changed?
Nothing's changed. We're still going with the TSA Praxis.
Okay.
And then I've got a Thomas Gilbert Plume Votum. I've got a noodle arm, so obviously Plume Votum. And just one recently added to my bag. I had a TSA Mantra, but I've got a TSA Plume Mantra now that's in the bag, and it's going to be a staple there. So those are the 3 discs. Noodle arm
Okay.
guy.
I like this, that he is so solid in his bag. You know
Yeah.
me, I'm putting a new disc in my bag almost every single week, it feels
Exactly.
like.
Yeah.
And then you got strong and steady Luke here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might have changed the plastic, the color, something like that, but I know my discs.
Yeah. We should be asking if the course is Votum friendly.
Yes, that's right.
Very.
There you go. All right, so we got a whole bunch of TSA discs from Luke. I apologize. We
Yeah.
did the Desert Island disc for you before?
Yep, we did.
We did, obviously. So
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. We've
I
done
was
so
ready.
many.
Yeah, you were prepped. You're like, they might ask me, and if they do, I know what I'm going
It
to bring.
hasn't changed, so I'm locked in. So Luke, there you go. You've heard. Rick, you've heard Luke's selection there. Which 3 discs would it happen to be that you take with you on the island?
Yeah, I think for my putter, I just have to go with my EV7 Penrose. Just a trusty little putter I've been using for the last few years.
Yeah.
Of course, you gotta go with a Buzz for your mid range. Buzz was the first ace I ever got. And probably my new and favorite disc out there would be the TSA Requiem. They describe it like a beat-in destroyer, and I couldn't agree more. I got like 4 of them now, and they're just an amazing disc. You can do so much forehand, backhand. That would be my 3 choices.
Okay.
Nice.
Requiem, that's a new one on me. Have you
Yeah.
heard of that one?
No, I of course know ThoughtSpace. Love
Yeah.
all of the stamps and everything that they put on there and their
Right.
discs. Got a number. Love my Pathfinders and that, but Requiem I didn't know. But
Right. You love-
Rick, what I love. Yeah, go ahead.
No,
If
you
want-
take
yeah.
it because it's your.
You are the first person to put an EV7 disc in their Desert Island discs, and I probably own about 16 Phis is what I putt with. And I've got some Penroses as well, and I just love them. And, I didn't really mention it and brag too much on the last episode, but, Noah Higgins, A-tier winner, that guy. Yeah, well, I was in a putting competition with him in Lethbridge, and my EV7s and I beat Noah Higgins in a putting competition, the one time only. So if
There you go.
if that's not an advertisement for EV7s and you throwing them too, I don't know what is.
That's your claim to fame. Yeah. So the one extra thing, I don't know if we added this onto you, Luke, last time. If you could transport one course onto the island, so that would be the only course that you get to play. And you're nodding, so I guess we did this last time as well. Which course would you take with you to the island? So, okay, Luke, seeing as you already know what your course is going to be, maybe your course has changed.
Yeah,
Well,
it's hard to change. It's hard to change. Like I've got a sweet spot for a course in Quebec that they call Le Monstre.
Yes,
It's a
yes.
very wooden course. The majority of players don't like it. I do because everything is 200 feet.
yeah.
So noodle arm me, 200 feet is just what I need. So yeah, no, I
Yeah.
just love that course. It's built on public protected land too. It's all built by hand. Our good friend Julie Bisson
Yeah.
is part of that course in Quebec too. And yeah, so it's got a soft spot for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think when we had Julie on, that was her course that she picked as well.
Yeah. And here's how you're going to remember. And now, we do a lot of podcasts. Look, I want to jog Daryl's memory. If you don't remember, I have a little bit of an introduction.
Okay, go ahead.
And we talked about Dieppe and how there's a huge traffic circle in
Oh,
between.
the traffic circle. I remember the traffic
that
circle.
was the intro. There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. So, Luke, Rick, for you, just so you know, the course can be one that you've played and that you love, but it can also be a bucket list course as well. It can be any course. So it can be one that you really want to play and you want to get, you just want to spend your whole time until you get rescued with those 3 discs. Or it can be, like a lot of people, their favorite course that they know and love and they want to just play more and more. So which course would you take to the island?
I'd love to say Dieppe. I'm not going to cop out like that. I think it'll have to be Kings Pine. Kings Pine is just it's an amazing course. It's a special course. Has a little bit of everything. Has distance. Has tight woods. And when you play it, you just want to keep playing it. I'm jealous of Carson that he has it in his backyard. I wish I had a Kings Pine in my backyard.
Nice.
Awesome.
And again, the people at Kings Pine is that they make it happen. Kim and Carson are special.
That's what we hear week in, week out. It's we all love playing disc golf, but it's the people, it's the community.
Yeah.
Well, thank you both for coming on, telling us all about this event. Before we let you go, and we know we've mentioned a lot of people and we've mentioned a lot of things, but we'll give you some more time here to mention anyone you want to shout out or any other sponsors or anything anything that we haven't covered. Now is your chance. And Luke, I can see you chomping at the bit. Go right ahead.
Absolutely. I just want to jump in, guys, and say I just hope that next year I'm the one sitting in that seat in between you guys during nationals.
Oh,
We've
that'll
got
be
that
good.
planned. We're going to be live from Dieppe with you guys there. And just a huge thanks for you guys for everything that you do for the game, everything that you do to help us promote our events. And just the quality, just don't quit. Just keep at it. It's so fun. It's so fun.
Thank you.
Other than that, I think we've been around the block with everybody that we thank, but the person standing next to me here, Rick, is the reason that I'm still doing this, and it's the reason why I keep pushing every year. So if there's one person that I want to mention, it's Rick. The rest of the people, you guys all know who you were, but Rick, without you, this isn't happening. So you keep pushing me, and then you keep pushing the group, and we need more guys like you on board.
Fantastic.
So nice.
Yeah. And Rick, is there anyone else you want to shout out or anyone else you want to thank?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, of course, Luke. I mean, Luke's the driver of all this, and he deserves all the credit in the world. It's been fantastic and a pleasure working beside him. And gotta thank all the volunteers. There's too many to mention, but everyone knows who they are. Thank you guys so much for helping out. We post in the chats and. You see this person, oh, I did this on this hole. I did a bunch of cleaning on this hole, and I'm reading them like, oh, I gotta do more, and it just kind of pushes the group. And one thing I think we all gotta thank is everyone's families too. Like volunteering for this takes a lot of hours. People are taking vacation days to volunteer and help out. But thanks to everyone's families, everyone's wives and husbands and kids. And I think my wife, Selena, of course, I got to thank her for all her support beside me as well.
Oh,
Fantastic.
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't do any of this if we don't have support from our families as well. That's for sure.
Exactly.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll be following along this weekend for sure. We'll be checking PDGA live, watching all the scores as they roll in, checking out for our fantasy teams as well. So yeah, can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be great. We appreciate you both. Thanks for the kind words. And you've got me sold, Luke. I'm ready to go to Dieppe now. But I think you've put enough pressure that Daryl's got. Is like if he likes to waffle a bit, but I think you've pushed him in the right direction. So am I
I'll be
wrong?
the salami in your sandwich.
There you go. Fantastic. I look forward to it.
That's the best way to end an episode yet.
There you go.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Fantastic.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, thanks.
Night,
Have
night.
yourself a good night.
The salami in our sandwich. I thought I had already pushed the border with the meat.
There you go.
Oh, that's funny. But yeah, we're going to be doing those PDGA live watching, doing those picks. And like we said, go to chainoutpodcast.com and make your picks and that type of stuff there. But, we've talked about how Canadian tournament directors keep raising the bar. Like, whether it was Ben doing them out in PEI, there was a number of them done in Kamloops back in the day that Kerry's team did. We've got Thunder Bay, Clearwater, Haute Goat, Peterborough area there. Grand Prairie this year. Yeah, it just keeps getting better.
Yeah.
Right. And just the way that Luke and Rick approach it to say every player is going to feel special. Every player is going to go get done this event and go only 364 more days until the next Dieppe Open. That's fantastic. So
Kristen's just echoing what they said there. Love the thank you to the family, so important. And then she also just wants to shout out as well that it takes so much sacrifice so thank you to Luke and Rick as well for putting everything that they do.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
When we get to this point, we used to forget about it. We don't forget about it anymore. We need a secret word. So
can I record that and put it on a button?
You can.
Well, salami sandwich, straight off the bat. So we like to ask for a secret word. If anybody has listened this late in the podcast, we like you to put the word in a sentence. Maybe leave it as a comment on the video, so we know you've listened this long. Salami sandwich. I like that.
I think that one would tell us that you listened to the end.
Firebird friendly.
Firebird friendly. Yep, that would be another one as well. Any others you can think of? I think you could just talk about how wonderful
Tricky trails.
Tricky trails.
I like tricky trails.
Or just chat about how wonderful your French pronunciation was tonight.
Yeah, I was on point.
There you were.
I
on
didn't.
point.
I didn't.
On point.
I didn't do very well at speaking other words.
But you did good on those ones.
Fit there. Kevin says he's never been to the Maritimes before. Nationals next year sounds like a great reason to go.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just don't know, Kevin and other Western Canadians, Albertans, BC and such. Do you think Atlantic can handle all of us descending over there? They'll get a taste from having Chelsea out there.
You're right.
Right. So if you guys can handle Chelsea out there, then maybe you can handle the rest of us.
Sonia says buoy.
Buoy. Yes.
Boy.
Buoy, oh buoy.
You had to get that joke in.
I had to. I wasn't going to let that one pass.
No.
I was just trying to find the spot where to put it in.
I know.
It's like when you force a pun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. It was
Exactly.
going to happen. And if you're listening this long, what we always ask
Player
you
social.
to do. Oh, player social.
Another good one.
Yeah, Dina wasn't on yet at that point, but she'll love the fact that they're calling it a social.
Players meeting.
Well, Winnipeg is the home of the social.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you want to know what a social is, they throw socials for the craziest things. You're getting married, we're throwing a social.
Yeah.
Right? And it's not a social where they're people that you know. It's just you'll look up in the day, you'd look up in the paper and go, what socials are happening this weekend? And you just go to a social.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
No,
Might be
see,
like,
you
what's
don't-
happening? Bill and Jenny are getting married. Do you know them? Nope. But let's go to the social.
No invite needed.
No, exactly.
Chelsea's got to be from the East Coast. She seems like she is. Pretty sure she is.
Oh, yeah. She might have some roots there,
Yeah,
too.
there you go.
So she's
You
like
could-
me. I was from the East Coast. I mean, Ontario.
Yeah.
But yes, so let's get back to it. If you're listening at this point and you have not subscribed to the podcast, please do so on YouTube. Please follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Like, comment, do all those types of things that you can. Tell all your friends about it. Be like Andrea Michaud, one of our super fans who tells flight attendants on the airplane to listen to us, people in the grocery store. She takes her ear pod out and puts it in their ear to listen to us. Maybe don't go that far.
Right.
You got to have the right personality to make that happen. But yeah, anything you can do to support us, you can go over to Patreon, join at many levels, including free. If you jump on at a paid level, you get a lot of bonus features like discounts on our gear, including our new hats, which are, if you'd like one, they're $20. Just email us
17.
or send us a message. But if you're a Patreon paid member, 17. Also, free entry into our contests, like that one that we've got for the Queen City Classic.
Queen City Classic.
With all the FBO
End of a
signatures.
boss.
You'll already be in, and you can enter kind of twice that way because you can enter the regular way as well.
Sonia's mentioned it twice now. She's saying it's dad rap time.
Okay. So,
I fixed the music.
all right. Well, we're heading to Around the Basket.
Yeah.
We're going to do the fantasy picks. We have the in-studio guest behind studio.
He's
setting
he's
up.
in the green room.
He's working on it. I think he's straightening his tie and stuff. So you're going to want to jump on a Patreon to see that episode.
Yeah.
See the meat in this sandwich. But yes, you didn't hear the music last week for the dad rap time. We hear you. We thought this was just going to be a fun one-time thing, but it's got a AI. What has it got? It's got an AI image for the drap.
Yeah.
It's got now a beat for the drap.
Yeah.
It's got a name called drap.
I'm going to work on it next time so that I'll bring up the image and have the music playing over the top.
All right, well, let's
So you
hit it.
don't have to look at our ugly
Let's do
mugs.
it. I don't
All
know.
right. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Hopefully they can hear this. They should be able to hear
They
it.
should.
The third A tier is about to start.
The Dieppe Open, another work of art.
Luke and Rick will be leading the charge.
$5,000 in the kitty, pros be living large.
A new course added. Will you pass or fail?
Taking your chances on the tricky trail.
Shoot the hot round and the crowd will cheer.
Back at the lounge, have an ice cold beer.
Clinics, doubles, music, games, and more.
Amateur players packs are quite the score.
The tightest rhymes are what we spout.
The drop is over, now it's time to shake out.
Thanks, everybody.